The following expressed opinions are just that, opinions, and aren't meant to offend or misrepresent. We work hard to present entertaining and inspiring content. Okay, welcome back to the What's Up with D podcast. I am D, the Bud Guy.
I'm Watson, the Green Bean.
Good to see you, Watts.
What's up, my brother?
Nice. Excited to be back. We're going to have an exciting episode for you today. What we think is a pretty cool subject. Watts, what do you want to talk about today, bro?
Well, today I'm bringing you a banger, brother. And it's an interesting one. Can weed enhance our motor skills? And more so, can weed enhance our motor skills in professional sports? Just wanted to get your input on that and how you feel. What you got?
Absolutely. So to bring you up to speed, Watts and I have both watched, we're both fans of Dr. Neil deGrasse. He's an astrophysicist. He has an article, a video out, and then what it's called is Reefer Madness, and he discusses this subject. So I'm going to put the link into the subject. A lot of our content is actually based off of, it was inspired at least by that, and some of the information you'll hear today is also found in that video. So where do you want to start?
The doctor that they're speaking to in this video, that Neil's speaking to specifically, is Dr. Stacy Gruber. And I'm telling you, she has a lot of great information, a lot of interesting things, and yeah, if you're ready to get your mind blown,
yeah,
hit it
she's
up.
well accredited too, eh?
Yeah.
Like
oh yeah.
Harvard University.
Yeah, Harvard University. Yeah. So she knows what she's talking about. That's what I believe, at least. So in a setting of sports, can it help you play better? Does it help you shoot the ball better in basketball, or does it help you take a better slap shot in hockey? We don't know, and I'm starting to think maybe not. If I was playing a different kind of sport like chess, maybe something with a slower pace of a game, something I get to think about and focus on, maybe there's some cultivars that may help me with that. Yeah. With that being said, you know, there's a lot of punishment and cruelties when it comes out to being punished for these things, whether it's a fine, whether it's a suspension, whether or not it's jail time.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's tackle those kind of one at a time. So like at the beginning, you know, I guess the first fundamental question is does it enhance your motor skills? Like, is it going to make you a better athlete? So I think you kind of touched on it in the sense that I think it has a lot to do with what you're doing. So I'll give you an example. You brought up hockey. Now I'm willing to bet that it's not going to make you a better hockey player. The reason being is you know, the action of smoking itself is going to, you know, it's not exactly known for enhancing athletic ability. That being said, to where like Guy Lafleur was one of the best NHL hockey players of all time, he smoked cigarettes. But my point is that when you get into certain sports where like maybe relaxing and focus and things like that come into play, then yeah, I think there's cultivars that do kind of come into play. And I guess the best example I think that I can give is this, way back in the day, they introduced men's snowboarding into the Olympics, Watts. And I don't know if you remember that or followed or whatnot, but I love the Olympics, and they're a great place to kind of bring this conversation up. And what they did is Ross Regaglia, he was a Canadian snowboarder, and he was the first gold medalist to win in the event until they tested. And at the time, cannabis was a banned substance, okay? So he wasn't allowed to have it in his system. His defense was, he was, you know, it's part of the culture. Everybody's smoking it around him at the parties, etc. You know, in the shacks and the ski chalets and stuff. So he argued that it was secondhand, and it wasn't until years later that he essentially got his medal back once, you know, prohibition on cannabis was lifted in Canada. So
what, they stripped him of his medal and shamed him and his family?
Yeah.
Is what you're saying? Yeah,
that's what they did.
Excellent.
Now, like, okay, so why did they do that? I guess if you break down to it, the IOC, which the IOC is the International Olympic Committee, and they look after, they usually go by another source that's called WADA, the World Anti-Doping Associations, run for decades by a guy named Dick Penn.
Now, I've heard of WADA. Are they Now, are they in control of all aspects of controlled substance? And is that only for sports, or does it go for CEO of a big company?
Well, I'm not really sure the exact question, but if I think I understand it correctly, they just kind of, it's the world antidote. So they kind of regulate how sports as a governing body, like as a whole, okay?
Yes. Dictate
things. And you remember, sports is fun to you and I. Like when we play dodgeball in school, that's sports, okay? But the NFL isn't a sport anymore, okay? It's a business. The NFL itself is a business. It's not the sport. The sport is football,
yeah.
And when you're playing at the high school level or you're playing at the college level, trying to make your beans, it means so much more because you're not making monetary gain. But the moment you introduce money into it, people have shit to win and lose.
Yeah.
You know, at the time, cannabis wasn't legal in Canada. It is now. And it wasn't until Canada legalized it, I believe, that about the same time that the IOC finally said, hey, by the way, Ross, we were wrong. Here's your gold medal. So, you know, like, although they were able to kind of make peace in the end, really, like you had said so, like they shamed him and whatnot. They kind of painted him as this bad guy.
Yeah. He became the villain for no reason, and when you become the villain, it's kind of hard to be Superman again after that. You know.
What, though? I love it. I love Lil Wayne, and he said, "You want to paint me with a villain? I'll give you the brush." Okay, and Ross Regablia must also like Lil Wayne. I think he does.
Yeah.
Because the guy's now like one of the pioneer, like trailblazing. Leaders in the cannabis industry now in Canada.
He gave them the brush and the cannabis.
Like, it worked out well for Ross, right? But like, okay, so like, let's look at things from another perspective. Okay, basketball. Yeah, like so, like Damon Stoudemire, Mighty Mouse.
Yes, the great Mighty Mouse.
Yeah, like a Raptors fan. That guy single-handedly lit Toronto up. Like he was the first, then Vince Carter. Watch Vince Carter back there.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I end up watching when we're done.
I'm a Raptors fan.
Gives me chills.
You know, he did magical things, but that's another video.
But but like Damon, so Damon gets busted. The Raptors are in the playoff run or something like that, or they're trying to make the playoffs, okay? And like they're doing pretty well. Like they're which probably isn't good for ratings because nobody watched nobody watched Toronto back then.
They weren't a commodity at that time.
Like unless Jordan or like Kobe or somebody was in town. Like
I think the Vancouver Grizzlies were still a team, man.
Go Grizzlies. Yeah, for real. Wow, that was a good one. That was a real good one.
I tried. You know, once in a while I'll give you something. Yeah, I'll give you something.
But he gets his ass busted. So for starters, his dumbass, and I love him, but he's a fucking dumbass for this. He leaves. He picks up weed. He's on like an away game, and I don't know where he got it, but somebody gives it to him. It's in fucking tinfoil. I mean, how old school is that shit? It could have been very good, like, you know what I mean? So his dumbass goes through security at the airport with it and doesn't get busted. So now the league's got to do something, right? Now he's like the star. He's a star. Toronto's no longer going to make the playoffs because he's now sitting. You know,
I just thought about it. I'm sorry, man. We need one of those buttons in here. You know, like, I'm on like the Price is Right or one of those things, or like a Jeopardy buttoning. You know, this goes down. Like, you drop the fucking ball, my nigga. You know what I mean? You drop the fucking ball.
This is glass steps.
Alright.
Shout out to Billionaire Hemp Raps. Thanks for that, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah. This is nice.
Yeah. We're actually smoking. That one there was the face of Bell Becky. So it's got a cognac finish.
There it is. All right.
So back to Damon. Here's the thing. The NFL at the time reprimanded everybody. Big fines, suspensions, the whole shebang. It's not the case today. Now they've accepted it. And I honestly, I think there's a reason for it. And, you know, like, you ever hear about like the, I think they call it like Melee in the Palace. There's like that big, when the basketball players got into the fight with the fans.
Oh, yes.
Awesome. Like, fucking epic moment.
It's not a normal foul, but not that hard. And Ben Wallace can't react that way. Ejected, I'm not sure. He'd have to walk past the Pacer bench to go. Now Artesta's jumped over the scorer's table and is trying to get down to the bench. Artesta's in the stands. Oh, this is awful. Fans are getting involved. Steven Jackson's in the fans. Rasheed Wallace going into the stands. The security trying to somehow restore order.
Epic.
Yeah.
I feel bad for the players, by the way. But
Man,
but
some of them ball players are straight pussy. I tell you right now. I seen some fans
when that guy chucked the beer at him, as soon as the beer hit him, like, meta world peace? No, there was no world peace anymore.
He was the only one who was really trying to stand up. Everybody else was like, well, what about the fine? What about the fine? He's like, what fine?
It was awesome. Like, I thought it was great, okay? But the NBA didn't. And a lot of people didn't. They turned their back on basketball.
Oh, man.
And
They made an
strikes,
example out of him, buddy.
like, between that and strikes and stuff, like, people gave up on basketball a little bit. And to clean up the image, places like the NFL and the NBA and the NHL now and stuff, they now allow it. Now, why?
Gotta follow suit.
Why? Like, it's recreationally accepted, okay?
Gotta follow suit.
So, like, most of where they're playing, it's recreational. So it kind of falls under going out for a beer, right?
Yeah.
In a sense.
Legal in that state. It's all right.
And the players, the union successfully argued that. But you know why I really think they did it, Watts? Because now they don't have to fucking suspend their players.
Yeah.
Now they, now they can give them a little fine or a big fine, depending on how bad it is, right?
But it's worth it.
Yeah.
Right? Is that what you're saying? It's
Totally.
worth it.
So, think of it this way. Economics.
The numbers mean nothing, but like, what are you talking about when you say fine-wise? Like, what do you think they probably
what's a fine?
Right?
Reebok paid $25,000 a game so Michael Jordan can wear Air Jordans.
Yeah, ain't that a fucking joke?
Yeah, like RBK, it's a Reebok or something, owned the rights. All the players had to wear it. Yeah. And Michael Jordan says, "Hey, I can't wear that. Like, it's a breach of contract."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Why don't you let us look after that?"
Mm-hmm.
And it got such a big thing, and they sold so many Nike shoes that the league said, no, stop talking about it. Stop talking about it. Like, this is counterproductive. We're losing money now. Reebok's going to back out on us. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah.
Bigger picture, folks.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
And what were they going to do? Were they going to put Michael Jordan on a bench?
Are we forgetting how many rings the Bulls have? Are we forgetting about
they were going to bench the GOAT?
You know,
that's what I'm talking about, bro. Like,
we don't do that.
What's this double standard shit? Let's call it what it is. It's a business, okay? Yeah. So, the Olympics, it's global.
Yeah.
So, it's not very accepted in France. You know, it's not very accepted in Spain. Although crazy industries and some of the best fire in the world is now coming out of there. Like, they're the guerrilla growers of today.
Yeah, but what's good for you is not good for me. But, but we'll allow it.
You
know, it's like...
one man's ceiling is another man's floor, Watts.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
And so, like, the IOC has to do shit. They're stripping medals. Look at Silke Lawman. Silke Lawman got banned. Sorry. I don't know. She got kicked out or whatever. She got her medal taken away a long time ago. It was allergy season. She took a Sudafed, and they said she tested positive for speed. You know, like, she's an Olympic athlete, going for the race of her life. She's in a climate that's new to her, and her allergies go nuts.
Yeah, it's a sad thing. More in depth on that, I believe, you know, when it comes to that, like they should have did their due diligence. I mean, really, when you're going back to see what it is that you're taking away and you're banning people for, it's an over the counter at this point in time, and it makes it hard. It makes it difficult.
It's not listed as like it's not been classified as like it's medically used.
Yes.
So it's accepted.
Yes.
Right.
Now, what you're using it
that's
for?
That's the standard now, I thought.
Now it brings me to this then. Okay. The level at which is consumed, and at what point in time it has been consumed. The effects of how it elongates and to where it brings you is how long it would take somebody. You would be different from me. If it took me 12 to 14 hours to get over the effects of smoking a cannabinoid substance that had a higher level, and you smoked the same one, and now you're feeling much different than I am after a 4-hour period.
So like when you come over to my house.
Yeah, pretty much when I go to this guy's house, you know. So, you know, it brings you to that point where it's like, okay, is it really affecting? Is it really affecting me? Is it really affecting that ball player, that baseball player, that violinist, that musician who's singing their heart out, the gymnast who's doing the backflips? Is it really affecting them? And, and if it is, in which way?
Yeah, focus. Right? Focus.
Okay, now is it enhancing them? Is the other thing now,
so
right?
So let's say you're a high rise diver.
Yeah.
You get up under that edge.
And I'm scared as fuck.
Okay. Maybe you're not going to do the hand plant fucking thing, all like where they put their hands up and like lift their legs. Maybe that's out of your league.
Happening.
But like if you're that guy on the like, or like a ski jumper. Okay, look at them. Like get into the gate, dude, and then like they're fucking focused.
Tunnel vision.
Just tunnel focus, right?
Yeah.
I think you know, like I know how it affects my focus.
Yeah.
You know,
and to each his own, right? And that's the whole point. Right? It's going to affect everybody differently. So I can't, whatever's good for me is not going to be good for you and vice versa. Right? And then it brings you into, well, you know, we're at a place where is it okay for everybody to follow that same standard? Now, if they're going to be fining the sports and they're going to be suspending this and fining that, is it not good for us all, especially when it comes to these high corporations and bigger brands, businesses that are being developed and built the same way? Isn't it going to affect your day-to-day as well?
You mean like other industry?
Yes. Isn't it going to affect that day-to-day as well? Say as a musician, am I as a label going to stop you and say, hey, you're not going to perform tonight because you smoked 2 nights ago? And I feel like you're not going to perform to the best peak, or you know what, smoke up because you're about to perform. I think this is going to help you get through this show.
If I'm a label and you're the artist,
what do we do with that, right?
Is this enough?
Right.
Like, isn't that the problem? Isn't that how they treat them?
Right.
You know, like, okay, so you got actors.
Did I go too far?
No, I think, okay. So like there's a social responsibility, right? It comes back to the mighty dollar. It really does, okay? So the entertainment industry, especially look at music. Look at music, bro. So a lot of people believe that Prince, one of the best, most influential rock guitarists ever. Like somebody wanted to ask Eric Clapton. They said, Eric Clapton, what's it like being the best guitarist ever? And he said, I'm not sure, you're gonna have to ask Prince. like that guy died.
Not a humble motherfucker.
Yeah, like that guy died, and it set like Tom Petty too. And like when these guys died, they made more money, like in the time preceding their death, than they did when they were alive. And
they're worth more dead than alive, right?
And the artists, like the industries, long had these like kind of death clauses where they own the proprietary rights of you after like post-posthumous. I think that's post-posthumous. I think that's the right term. But like so as an example, the baby.
The who?
The baby. Like, you know, the baby. He's the rapper.
Oh yeah. The baby, Lil Baby.
The guy never like he made like no dollars off his. He got an advance. That was it. He died. Okay. He's made like $160 million posthumous. Like or 160 billion. I don't know, like some ridiculous. I don't want to make the number. I'll look it up if it means that much to you. But like the thing is they're worth so much more dead. So that's why they don't get. That's why the music industry doesn't care if Amy Winehouse is hitting the bottle with fucking Whitney Houston. Like at the end of the day, Kurt Cobain made more money and became a legend when he was killed. And people will shit on me. I'm a Nirvana fan, okay? So I'm not, you know, like Kurt Cobain.
You ever watch Soaked in Bleach?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Fucking real.
Actually, you know what's really, it's called, I forget. It'll come back to me. But it's
those are one of those indirect, direct effects that we will be jumping on, you know?
So clearly in music trivia, pop culture trivia, it's not a performance enhancer.
No, definitely not. And should they be held to the same standard, my brother, as what's going on around in the sports, the professional sports fields? And should these musicians, actors, big brand wig labels, should they all be held to the same standard? And performance is key, isn't what they say? So if this thing is...
You know what else they say?
Right?
The show must go on.
Oh yeah, they say that too, but they also say break a leg before you go on stage, right?
Yeah.
So this
luck.
is a really fucked up... This industry is something else, isn't it?
You're not limping off, you didn't work hard enough.
Oh man. On that note,
you know what? No. Here's the thing: is honestly, we do what we can to support what we believe are artists and stuff by buying and downloading and streaming their stuff, sharing their content, watching their movies, buying their posters, their shirts, going to their concerts. All right, cool. Well, you know what? Like, thanks, man. Like this. Thanks. It's been an awesome conversation that way. I think we've got a few more minutes, so let's wrap things up. Let's just update. Let's just do a quick garden update.
I will be definitely be doing a new series coming up, and it's going to be a YouTube exclusive. It's going to be a seed to harvest, and I will be running strictly stank-based genetics.
Check the tags if you're not following my boy. Like, what the fuck?
Stank-based genetics, as well as I will be running some turpentine genetics as well. It's going to be a crazy one. We're going to do a big veg throughout the outdoor season, and then we're going to flip them into flower, running into fall, heading into winter. Nice. And we're expecting to see some nice ladies. It's going to be somewhat of a long series, but I'm in it for the long haul. I'm looking for
go for it.
Yeah, I'm looking for a good push out of it, to be honest. You know,
everybody, you're always in a rush.
Yeah.
Us gardeners, we learn to slow down.
Yeah, man. When you go too fast, the plants are too small. What's the point, right? Take your time, and you know, that's what outdoors for. You know, you run an outdoor harvest. You know, you get a nice bountiful harvest. and
not everybody can. Like, if you live in a condo, you go fuck you. What?
Okay. Yeah, and I deserve it. Okay, I'll take my kicks.
Get on a flower in a tent is what it was.
But you know what I mean. For your indoor, you know, you put your pride and joy in that. You can't control Mother Nature's movements, so you let her do her thing. Outdoor is outdoor, you know. But when you're indoor and you can control all those factors, you know you're going for the best quality, and sometimes you don't want to wait, but the outdoor helps you keep that weight, gives you that patience back. You can always get a beautiful harvest, get a beautiful dry, get a wicked cure if you have the patience. When you don't have the patience, you fuck up all of those different variables. And you know, then you're wondering why it tastes like bunk or it's finished in like 2 weeks. Yeah, and it's only been curing for 3.
Dude, I don't know what went wrong. It was dry in 3 days.
Fuck. You know, I've been seeing a big swing out here with the humidity. I had to jump out of where I was with my drying and move on over. So it's just because I seen the swing and I was like, oh, that's not good.
Well, it's like,
you know, I see 24 hours. Yeah.
It's spring. Like, we got our window open now. Like,
well, that's what I mean. It's spring today, but it was winter yesterday. So
it's winter tomorrow.
And it's winter tomorrow. So, you know, I may have to go back to where it came from just so it doesn't, you know what I mean? Yeah, but that's the game I'm playing right now. Yeah. So, you know, trying to fight the battle of getting 14 days is my biggest deal. But once I can get past 10, I feel like I'm pretty safe, like, you know. If I get to 12, I'm really happy with it. Yeah, and that's everybody's preference, right? You know, like, I've done 7, I've done 6.
I've done longer.
If I can go longer and, you know.
I had like a 20 day.
It shows. It shows.
Last summer, I think it was, last summer, my highway robbery, it took like 21 days to dry, bro. That's sativa dominant, right? Yeah, it was a hybrid. It's sativa dominant. Yeah. Really beautiful looking plant. Yeah, it was. She tasted good. Yeah.
She tasted good. Yeah.
You know what I'm looking forward to is now that the grow off's done. I'm looking forward to like it's now cut. The stank face is hanging, it's drying. Looks pretty good. Nice chunky buds.
I'm gonna run. I got one to run outdoors.
Nice.
No
names.
No. And I'm re-vegging one right now. I'm re-vegging my keeper because she fucking smells phenomenal.
Nice.
Just all fucking gas, bud. Gas and earth. You know, just how I like it. You know.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm re-vegging her ass. She got the chop and she's getting revenge. And then I
won't even start,
one.
like, you guys follow me enough, you know, like, I'm in your face all the time. I don't even have to go through what I got going. It's just like,
yeah.
everywhere you look in my house is plants.
Yeah. I'm addicted to roots right now. Roots are my thing right now.
Oh, dude, root porn.
Oh, man.
Seriously, don't even get me started. They should have a porn hub for roots.
Makes them glow up.
Yeah.
What y'all think? Should we just start posting our roots and
seriously, just have like a root porn party?
Roots only fans.
Yeah, roots
only. Roots only fans. There we go. We got it.
Awesome.
There we go.
Okay. So
is that billionaire Phil?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's ready to go, man.
There we go.
All right. So we got other plans, but it was a lot of fun chatting, and until next time, I'm
D the Bud Guy.
Yeah, and that's Watts in the Green Bean, and this is the Watts Up with D podcast. Thanks for watching, motherfuckers. Hit that like and comment, and be sure to tell. Hey, are we fucked? Let us know in the comments.
All right.
Peace.